Hare Krishna. Satyananda Chinta Satyeka Pakshe Sarvadhyakshe Bhakti Rakshadhyakshe Shri Govinde Vishwasarga Adikande Purnanande Nityamastam Matirme Agyani Radirupaitiya Vishesham Bhakti Paravajati Pariposham Uchaihi Tattvam Param Spurati Durgamam Abhyajashram Satpunyamrit Sarjitam Pranamami Geetam Gauram Sukha Satkumata Pramodhi Swabhi Kyagostamo Nihanta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sudani Dharme Manoditishtan Swatim Karotu प्राचीनवाच सुविचार्य सोहम अज्ञोपि गीतामृतले सलिप्सुः यतः प्रभोरे मदेत तत्र सन्तक्षमत्वं शरणागतस्य सुधर्मज्ञान वैराग्य साध्य भक्ति एव गोचरः नारायणः परब्रह्म गीता शास्त्रे समीरितः ज्ञानकर्मात्मिके निष्ठे योगलक्ष्ये संस्कृते आत्मानुभूति सिद्ध्यर्थे पूर्वषट्केन चोदिते नित्यात्मसङ्गकर्मेह गोचरः साङ्ख्ययोगादिः विधीये सति लक्ष्या प्रोक्ता तन्मोह शान्तये. Hare Krishna, welcome you all for this Gita Sastri course. Today we are in the second chapter, shloka number 11. So we'll go through 11 and also some part of 12th shloka also. So Krishna started his teachings in Bhagavad Gita. So far we had an introduction and little discussion of Bhagavad Gita, and then now Krishna is going to start his teaching. So in the last shloka we have seen the qualifications for a disciple, and also how Krishna was in a very smiling mood. He started to speak this Bhagavad Gita. But when we are hearing, we should have the same smile, because ultimately the thing what we are going to understand is simple. Swadharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Sadhya, Bhakti eva gocharaha. You can go through Gajendra Leela in just 3 words, or you can go through Gajendra Leela in 30 sessions also. But the Leela is simple. In Tamil it is said Varanam, Karanam, Naranam. The 3 words. Varanam means elephant, and Karanam means he called the Lord as the supreme cause. You are the cause of everything. And then Naranam, Lord came and rescued. So this is the essence. Elephant was suffering, and he called for the supreme cause, and supreme cause Lord Narayana came and he saved. That's it. That is the whole story. We can explain this story in 3 words. We can expand this story in 30 days, and we can expand this Leela into 300 shlokas. But simple thing is very simple. In a similar way, this Bhagavad Gita, the conclusion is very simple. Like in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna says, "Na sochati, anusochati." You don't suffer. Don't worry. And also in the end of Bhagavad Gita, he says, "Ma suchaha." So the whole idea of Bhagavad Gita is don't worry. So whole Bhagavad Gita, just Krishna says, don't worry. Don't worry, Arjuna, I am here. Just if you understand this one point, Krishna is here. There is no worry. Because we are forgetting Krishna, we have all kinds of worries. Just remember I am here. No worries. But the dullness of our intelligence is we all the time forget Krishna. Whenever we have problems, we immediately think how to solve this problem, how I'm going to solve this problem. Oh, this problem is so big. What is going to happen? How I'm going to solve this problem? Forget, just think Krishna. Krishna is there. Oh, okay. Krishna is there. What is there for? Why I have to suffer? He will take care. So that is the whole point of making it very simple. Krishna is saying, I'm here, Arjuna, don't worry. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, he starts with Asocha Nasochastvam Prajnavadam Shabashase Gataso Nagataso Nanu Sochanti. Don't worry. You should not be worrying for this, Arjuna. Nanu Sochanti Panditaha. And in the end of Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman Paritejya Mamekam Sharanam Praja Aham Tvam Sarva Papepyo Moksha Ikshami Ma Suchaha. Don't worry. I'm here. So we also should not worry, because the good news is we are soul and Krishna is super soul. We both are eternal, and Krishna is very merciful, and we are getting all the time opportunity to reach him. Yes, now light came. It's a good sign. So don't worry. That is the whole thing. And Prabhupada also says, what is the difficulty? Don't worry. It's very easy. Process is very easy. Krishna is very sweet, and we should reach him. That is our goal also. So don't worry. That is the understand. That is the whole theme of Bhagavad Gita. Let us not worry. Whether we understand Bhagavad Gita or not, whether we are going to understand the philosophical points or not, don't worry. Krishna is Supreme Lord. That much we can understand, and we are soul, and we have to surrender him and serve him. That's it. That's the whole understanding. It can be said in 3 words, and it is explained in 700 shlokas. So don't worry. So this Bhagavad Gita starts with Asochan, starts with a Shabda. This is the beginning of the letter. So Asochan, Krishna starts with discourse with Asabda, Asochan, Anvasochastam. Asochan, you should not be worried for this kind of things. For whom? For Kauravas, you should not be worrying for these people. They are worthless people for your worries. You should not waste your thoughts for worrying for too many things, because our thought is very valuable. We should not waste our thoughts. We should utilize our thought in the process of thinking of Krishna. That is the whole understanding of yoga. What is yoga? Patanjali Rishi says that in order to concentrate our chitta, vritti, nirodha, yoga. He gives a very beautiful definition in the beginning of Yoga Sutra. What is yoga? Chitta vritti. Our thought are running here and there. It is going wild. It is thinking too many things. It is disturbed all the time. Because of this, we have all kinds of problems. But if our thought process is very cool, calm, peaceful, and one-pointed towards Lord, we are very peaceful. That's why yoga says chitta vritti nirodha. In order to stop this chitta vritti, the wild running of this mind or our thoughts has to be channelized towards the Lord. If we can do that, that is called yoga. So here Krishna is instructing Arjuna. Why are you thinking too many things, Arjuna? Just in few shlokas, Arjuna went through every shastra. Like sometimes we also do. When we start preaching, we start from Dehinosminata Dehe and we go through everything and we finish in Sarvadharman Pariteja. We go through everything. Whatever we know, we start to speak, we start to give lectures. In lecture, we can find everything is covered. Little bit of Atma Jnana, little bit of chastisement of scientists, little bit of devotees aparada, little bit of our temple programs, and little bit of Mayavada, little bit of modern society, little bit of this. Everything is covered. Yes, Jai, finished. Why too many things? Why are you running wild? So Krishna is saying, why are you speaking so many things, Arjuna? You are speaking, I cannot kill, I cannot enjoy, I will go to hell, and this will happen, and dharma will be destroyed, and then women will be destroyed, and Varna Shankara will happen, and hell will there. You are speaking so many things. Calm down, cool down, Baba. Don't run away, don't run like this. Just be peaceful. Asavachat, you are thinking too many things which are not worthy of your thinking. Asochan, anvasochastvam, pragyavadangsha bhasase. And then you are talking like a very intelligent person. But you are not an intelligent person, because you speak about dharpana, you speak about hell and heaven, you speak about varnashma dharma, but you yourself, you are destroying your varnashma dharma by means of not following the rules and regulations. You are going to stay in hell, and also by means of avoiding this by means of setting a bad example, you are going to make Varna Shankara. So actually you are talking like a very intelligent person, but actually you are not an intelligent person. So a person is known when he opens his mouth. Unless he opens his mouth, we cannot find him. As soon as he starts speaking, in 10 minutes you will find out what kind of person he is, whether he is intelligent or not. So Krishna is saying, you are not a very intelligent person. Pragyavadangscha bhasasi. Pragyavada. Not just Vada, it's Pragyavada. Like an intelligent person you are talking. Like when Duryodhana was said, it was mentioned that Duryodhana approached Guru, and then Vachanam Abhavit, he spoke so many dialogues. We heard this. to hear this word, Vachanam Abhravit. Here Krishna is saying, Prajna Vadangsha Bhashase. He is just pinching Arjuna. It's a friendly manner. He's telling Arjuna, yeah, you're not an intelligent person. Don't speak like, don't talk to me like this. Don't teach your father don't teach your father how to make babies like that. Don't teach me about philosophy. I know better than you. I am the knower of the Vedas. So in this way, Krishna is saying, Gatasum, Agatasum. Here, Asun means prana. So Gatasun means the prana which left this body. So nobody worries for the gross body where the prana is left. And also Agata Asun, the prana has left this gross body, but it has not left the subtle body. So we don't worry for the subtle body also, because he's not here, he will be in somewhere else. It is not that he's not in this house or he's dead, he's no more. No, he's going to stay in different house. That's it. If somebody is getting down from a vehicle, it is not that he is not going to exist anymore. No, he is going to exist in some other place. So in this way, he says Gata Asum, Agata Asum, for the gross body and for the subtle body, and Cha, here Cha means soul. Gata Asum, Agata Asum, Cha. So here three things are mentioned. A Pandita means one who is intelligence. Panda means intelligent, and Pandita means one who has intelligence. So a Pandita, he is not worried for the gross body, which is going to get destroyed anyway, and the subtle body, which will not be destroyed until our liberation, and also the soul, which doesn't undergo the six kinds of changes like this body. So a Pandita, intelligent person, is not bewildered by this kind of three things. Therefore, these three things. So who is Pandita? One who knows these three things. One who knows the Upeya, one who knows the Upaya, and who knows the Virodhi is called Pandita. You are talking like a Pandit, but actually Pandita knows these three things. What are the three things? The first thing is Upeya. Upeya means the thing which I have to gain, that is soul. And Upaya means the way to gain that soul. And the third thing is Virodhi, the thing which blocks me in attaining, in realizing the soul. He is called Pandita. He is called intelligent person. Intelligent person means, one who has intelligence means he should understand the three things: the soul, the means to reach that soul, and the blocking gate to reach that soul. If he knows, he is called Pandita. But you are not speaking like a Pandita. So I'm going to teach you about this. I'm going to teach you little ABCD here, because you're talking like too many things, but you should understand first of all ABCD properly. Otherwise, you are talking so many irrelevant things. What are different words? Words are just a combination of different alphabets. But just by pronouncing alphabets in a random way, you cannot call him as an intelligent person. He's just using some like that. He is speaking something, looks like it is like English, but doesn't make any sense, because he doesn't understand the basic of English itself, which is alphabet, and it has to be put down in a proper way so that it can become a proper word, and then it can become a proper sentence, and then it can become a proper para, and then it can make a sense. So in a similar way, you are talking too many things, but you should know what is what. So far, you spoke about Artha Shastra, and then you spoke about Dharma Shastra also. Now you come to Jnana Shastra. I'm going to teach you Jnana Shastra. You learned everything, but you learned everything in a wrong way. So I'm going to teach you proper way how to understand all these things. So Krishna starts speaking this Bhagavad Gita. In the 12th shloka, Krishna starts speaking. And if you understand, there are three things Krishna mentions here. That is Upaya, and Virodhi. The thing that we have to realize is soul, and that is the ultimate solution for Arjuna's suffering, because he has no knowledge about the soul, that the eternity of the soul. He doesn't have the knowledge about the temporariness of this body, and he doesn't have the knowledge of the Varnashrama Dharma, the greatness of the Varnashrama Dharma. Because of that, we can realize the soul. Because he doesn't have the knowledge about these three things, he is suffering. So now Krishna is going to educate him with these three things. So for that, first of all, he starts speaking about the results. That is the greatness of the soul. by means of speaking the greatness of the soul, next he is going to speak about the way to reach that soul. The second thing, he's going to speak about the nature of this body, and then he's going to speak about the way to reach that soul. But it is not the krama actually. It should be in a different way. Like I should get inside a vehicle, and then I should travel, and then I should reach that place. And when I reach that place, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to enjoy this. That is my result. So first of all, you should get inside the vehicle. You should start traveling, and then you should reach, and then you can enjoy. The result comes in the later. But here, Krishna speaks about the result in the beginning, and then he speaks about the way in the next session. Why? Because unless you know the result, you will not develop. You will not develop taste to reach that. Correct? Like one beautiful story is there. Yeah, disciple goes to a guru, and then he asks, "I should go to moksha. So please teach me how I will go to moksha." The guru started speaking. Okay, now you should wake up very early in the morning. That is like 3:30 in the morning, and then you should take bath. Then you should do abhigamana. Abhigamana means in the early morning you should do your sandhya vandana. You should do your morning rituals, and then after doing abhigamana, then you have upadana. Upadana means you should collect things for your puja, your shalagra puja, your Ishta Devata puja. So you should collect all the materials for your puja, and then you should do puja for your deity. And then you have ijya. Ijya means doing puja, doing aradhana, doing offering for the Lord. So in this way, you spend your daytime. It will be around like 12:30 in the afternoon. So you take little bit prasadam in the afternoon. That's what in the traditional puja system was. They do puja till 12 o'clock, and then they take little bit in the afternoon. And then afternoon, okay, now puja is finished. Now little bit prasadam is finished. Let us sleep. No, afternoon there's a discussion of Upanishads. So pandits, they will come together and they will start discussing on the Upanishadic subject matter. And after discussion, it goes till 4 or 5 o'clock. Then after that, let us sleep. No, then you should get back, and then evening sandhya, sayam sandhya is there. So you should do evening sandhya vandana. And then after sandhya vandana, then you should go to temple and do your service in the temple also. Okay, I come back, now I can take little prasadam, I can sleep. No, now only main thing has happening. What is it? You should discuss about Itihasa and Purana. No, you should Itihasa Purana, you should discuss all the stories, all the pastimes of the Lord. It will be like 12 o'clock, 11, 12 o'clock in the night time. So by meditating on Lord's pastime, you pretend like sleeping. You cannot sleep because whole day you are in Lord's thought meditation. So you meditate, and then suddenly you wake up again 3:30, and then again the same thing. So in this way, if you do for your whole life, you will get moksha. So the person runs away. Okay, I don't want this kind of moksha. It is very difficult. Looks like my work, nothing comes here. My family, my job, nothing comes here. So it's difficult for me. I will run away. Then he goes to next ashrama. Then in that ashrama, there is one more guru. He is going and asking the same thing. I should get moksha. Then the guru says, you know what is moksha? No. Then he starts explaining. Okay, for your whole life, if you are meditating on the Lord, then at the end of your life, when you leave this body, you can go through Archaradi Marga. In this Archaradi Marga, when you go, then you go to Viraja river. You will pass through all the 14 planetary systems. This Vishnu Dutas, they will come and they will take you, and then whatever sufferings you have in this material world, you don't have to suffer again here, because in this material world we see only suffering here. Whatever happiness we have, it is just an virama, or just an interval between two sufferings. There is no actual happiness. Just I'm waiting for next suffering. That's it. There is no happiness here. So in this way, we are just suffering in this material world, life after life. Every minute we are just suffering, and then our suffering just increases. It doesn't decrease also as our time progresses. So in this way, you don't have to suffer again to this material world. You just leave this material world, and then demigods, they will prize you, and then the Vishnu gods, they will come and take you, and you will be going in Pushpaka Vimana. You will go to Viraja river, and then you take bath in Viraja river. Then after that, you will reach the spiritual world. And when you reach the spiritual world, many liberated souls, they will come and they will decorate you. They will beautifully bring you in front of the Lord, And then when you enter inside the Dham, Golok Dham, Krishna will see you, and Krishna will directly come to the gate, and he will try to welcome you. And when you see Krishna, he's so beautiful. You have never seen such a beautiful person, and you faint. Again, they keep you alive, and then you see Krishna. Again, you feel unconscious. Again, they bring you to consciousness. You see Krishna in this way. You again feel unconscious, and then it comes to come to conscious in this way. You feel so happy that you cannot explain. Then Krishna starts talking to you. Krishna is asking, "Who are you?" Then you say, "I am your servant, Lord. Aham Brahmasmi, I am your servant." Then Krishna is asking, "Where you been all these days?" Then you will say, "Please forget about that. Please forget about my past story. I'm here now. Please take me now." Because after reaching there, we should not ask too many questions. Where are you? Where have you been? All these things. Because when you are drinking tender coconut, we should just drink tender coconut. We should not think how this water came inside this tender coconut. When you start researching, you cannot drink the tender coconut at all. So tender coconut is there, water is inside, just drink it. Similar way, we are in the path and we are going to reach, and then forget about how we came, why we came. We are just reaching, we are going there. So in this way, Krishna is very happy, and then he embraces us. And then Krishna, he gives us to a certain particular devotee, and then whole our life will be serving Krishna there. Every step is a dance, every word is a song, and we get every kind of festival there, and whole day, no school, no cooking. Maybe cooking is there for Krishna, of course, but no job, no tension, no relatives. Of course, there are spiritual relatives are there, but nothing like this material world. No more thirst, no more hunger, no more enviousness, no more anger, no more greediness, no more poverty, no greedy, nothing. Krishna is there, and then whole atmosphere is happening. Everyone is happy, and Krishna. You can see Krishna all the time. You are serving Krishna with thousands of devotees, and what else you need? This is called moksha. And then the person is thinking, okay, right now I should go to this moksha. Okay, what I should do to do this to get this moksha? Okay, now you should get up 4 o'clock in the morning, and you should do sandhya. Now he's ready to do that. When you know the result, then you are ready to do. You are ready to achieve that result. You are ready to do anything for that. In a similar way, in the Bhagavad Gita, if you see in the second chapter, he's going to speak about Karma Yoga, because the first 6 chapters is going to speak about Karma Yoga only. So Krishna did not speak directly about Karma Yoga. He did not say, okay, now you should do your work, and then without attachment you should do this. No, he did not come to the path how to do that. But he said, by means of doing this, what you are going to achieve? You are going to achieve the soul, realizing the soul, you are going to achieve liberation. And to get the liberation, we should follow these things. So in the beginning of second chapter, Krishna is speaking about the greatness of the soul. And when you understand the greatness of the soul, the eternity of the soul, and the temporary nature of this body, by which we are bounded here, and when we understand these two things, then immediately our eagerness to reach that goal increases. So when the eagerness increases, then we naturally will ask a question: how I'm going to realize the soul, how I'm going to reach that soul, and what are the enemies that I should avoid in realizing the soul. So when that inquisitiveness comes, then we follow the process very diligently. In the similar way, Krishna is going to speak about the nature of the soul, the greatness of the soul, to inspire Arjuna and to inspire us also to understand how great we are. Mahantam vidumatmanam natva sochitum. That's what Upanishad says. When you understand the greatness of the soul, we become immediately free from all kinds of suffering. Until we are thinking ourselves as this body, then we have all kinds of suffering. As soon as you start thinking, I don't belong to this body, I belong to that Lord. I'm Mahantam. Mahantam means I'm such a great person's son. I'm such a supreme Lord's Anga. I should reach him. When you understand this thing, just by this understanding, will make you peaceful. Like a person who is a beggar, he is every day begging and is in poverty. But when he hears that you don't belong to this slum, you belong to a king. Actually, you are a king's son, you are a prince, but now you are suffering, forgetting your identity, forgetting your father's original identity, forgetting your relationship with your father, you are suffering here. As soon as he hears this news, Yes, you don't belong to this place and you belong to your father. Just by hearing the news, he becomes completely happy. He becomes completely peaceful. He's completely renounced from all the thing what he is doing. In similar way, Krishna is going to speak about the greatness of the soul and how he is speaking. That is the nature. That is you have to see. The beginning of shloka, he says, Natvevaham jatanasam natvam neme janadipaha nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vaivatah param. I'll just tell only one thing from this shloka and tomorrow I will discuss this. He says, he is going to speak the greatness of the soul. And how he is going to speak the greatness of the soul? By means of comparing himself. Here, there is no need to describe about Lord. Krishna doesn't have to put himself, Natve Vaham. He doesn't have to say, like me. He doesn't have to say, but he is bringing himself. Why? Just to show the soul is eternal and you belong to me and you are meant to be with me always. So just to make this eternity of the soul clear and just to make sure the soul belongs to the Lord and we have this eternal loving relationship with us. So to bring this point, Krishna put himself in this place to come in comparison with the soul. Otherwise, Krishna doesn't have to mention his name here. Aham, he doesn't have to use. So just to give us in the first point itself, Krishna scores 6. He scores 6. He says, "You are just eternal like me." That's it. What else you need? He's comparing himself with us. So if someone is coming and telling we are suffering, and then suddenly Elon Musk comes and says, "You are just my son. You are just like me. You are my son." Then what else is there? He will take care of everything. We don't have to worry anymore. Such a great person is coming and telling, you are my son. You are just like me. You are eternal. You don't have to worry. So immediately we become free from all kinds of suffering. So this is how Krishna begins his teaching about the soul in comparison with himself. So with this, we'll stop here, and then from tomorrow, not from tomorrow, means from Friday, because we have 3 days class in a week. So from Friday, we'll see what Krishna is speaking in the second shloka, this 12th shloka, this second chapter, 12th shloka. In this shloka, every acharya has given huge commentary. Shankara has given his huge commentary on Advaitavada, and Ramanujacharya gives his huge commentary on Vishishta Advaita, and then Baladev Vidyabhushan, Vishwanath Chakravarti, they all give very elaborate commentary just to make sure their philosophy starts from here in the Bhagavad Gita. So we will also see what our acharyas are explaining, and we will go through all the commentary also, whatever they speak. So I'll end here, and we'll see on Friday. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.